question says, with regards to marching and protesting for the genocide that's going on in Burma, so on and so forth. Questions full of different concepts. First and foremost is, for somebody to say that protesting is not from the Sunnah, that's one thing. For someone to ask the question, is protesting allowed in Islam? That's different. Okay, but to mix the two concepts together is disastrous. To mix these things two together. Say protesting is not from the Sunnah. Neither is living in the lands of Taghut. Or going to college. Or leasing a car, financing this, and gather, and gather, and gather. None of that's from the Sunnah, what? As well. Why are you mixing things up? People say that's not from the Sunnah. Was the concept of the people living in this state of government and politics, and so is that even a Sunnah concept for someone to say that it's not from the Sunnah? In other words, when it's time to make the salah, or let's say making dua, after you finish dua, you do what? Wipe your face. Did Muhammad ﷺ make dua or not? In abundance. So we don't have enough sahih hadith saying that he did it. One says, "Inna masah al-wajhi ba'da dua laysa min as-sunnah." It's not from the Sunnah because it was something that Muhammad did, practiced, allowed. Living like this, college, media, that's something that was totally foreign to what? To Prophet ﷺ. So is it scientific to say that it's not from the Sunnah when it's something that's totally what? Dhafir is what? Everything is what? Outside of the atmosphere of the Sunnah. So many people have to be careful when they say things like this. They say voting is not from the Sunnah. Tayyib, is having a secular government from the Sunnah, akhi, aslan, to start off with? Did the Prophet ﷺ allow Muslims to live as minorities in a system of kufr and shirk? How about doing this? So we have to be careful. Living in the lands of the Muslims may be a bit different. Maybe a bit different. The ruler who's a Muslim is not a murtad, he's a Muslim. Hakim Shar'i. He's a legitimate Islamic ruler. ليس شيء غير ذلك. فهمت عمر? Hakim ish Shar'i. Shar'i. He's a legitimate ruler. Then the person can say a protest, that voting is what? Not from the Sunnah. But now there's a whole different aspect. Everybody doing this? So that's the first part of the question. To ask, is protesting permissible? That's totally what? It's a different story. But when they start using those words and those terms, they say this is not from the Sunnah. Neither is it to have a college degree. That's not from the Sunnah as well. Sahih Yusuf, that's not what? It's not from the Sunnah. Have a bank account. A debit card is not from the what? Sunnah. And there are many other things that we do on a daily basis that are not from the Sunnah. So we can't just use this term whenever it's convenient for us. And this is why I'm going off on this part of the question. Fahimtum hadha? This is why. Everybody clear on this? This is what? This is why. As far as protesting being permissible, then just look at it and ask yourself the questions now. There are many things that are in America that you benefit from and you enjoy as a result of what? No. Protests. Many things that people benefit from on a daily basis that didn't come from except for what? Protests. Rather, somebody may say there was never no major change in American history, let alone European history, French Revolution, forget all that, but just say our country. There was no significant change in policy except without what? Protests. And the people speaking out against it and refusing to live it or live with it anymore. Whether it's women's rights, sexual liberation, etc. Homosexuals, racism, segregation, Vietnam War, the Eastern Wall, the Western Wall, the Cold War, etc. Everybody understand this? So I have to be very careful. You have to be what? Very careful. We previously said, with regards to oppression and dhulm,